What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your man Chazz Ellis, once again answering the questions that you ask me. Make sure you go to the ChazzEllisProject.com if you want to get a consultation, get a quick question for something you don't want to ask that's more a little detailed or whatever, or if you want to just make a donation, help us keep going. Also go to AskChazzEllis on Facebook if you want to be a part of some of the discussions, check out some of the Chazz asks, also check out some of the quotes that I put up in videos. Anyway, this is basically a lot of questions that I get asked about players. These are the top 3 questions that I get asked the most about players. And the number one question that I get asked the most is, do players fall in love? The answer to that question is, yes, players fall in love. Of course players fall in love because everybody has the ability to fall in love. Even the most messed up people in the world are going to have the ability. Not even say that they're the most messed up people in the world, because I guess a lot of people, worse than that, of course. But I'm just saying, anybody has the ability to fall in love, because all love really is just letting your guard down and somebody else getting in. Whether it's because you wanted them to or even because you didn't really want them to, but that's just how it happened. So yes, players can definitely fall in love. And generally for players, love is like kryptonite. Emotion is kryptonite to players, and love is an emotion, a feeling, an action, a deed. It's all of those things wrapped up in together. So players really do not want that to happen. That's why they fight and kick and scream against it as much as possible. But yes, players can fall in love, and that's when they can't play that person. They lose the ability to play that person because love, emotion really makes it to where you can't think straight. And when you can't think straight, you really can't be a player. You're acting on emotion, you get all confused, and you just look stupid. So yes, players can fall in love. Another one I got was that number 2 most asked question is, are players just immature? I wouldn't say that. I know a lot of people would like to hear me say that because they don't like players and they want me to just kind of just crap on them all day long. But I can't say that because my boxing coach used to tell me all the time, he said, the worst thing you could ever do is underestimate your opponent. If you underestimate your opponent, you end up getting clipped and knocked on your ass. That's how it happens. A lot of women feel like players are really just immature little boys and all this crap, and then they end up getting played by them little boys because they don't realize that they're people with crafty minds that's what they've grown into being. You don't really see little boys who are players. Usually it's a grown man. It's somebody who's been through a lot, and that's their response to the things that they've been through in their life. Until you can understand that and realize that, then it's going to be very difficult for you to deal with somebody who's a player, because you're going to sit there and expect them to grow up and become different than that. When really this is a response to how they have grown up. This is a response to the women that they dealt with in the past, their mother, their father, family members, stuff like that. This is a response to their life. This is not because they haven't lived life yet. So it's a big deal to make sure that you don't see players in that light, because that's how you underestimate them and you end up getting played. The number 3 question that I get all the time, and I guess I really should have put this at number 1 because actually I really kind of numbered them wrong, but I guess so this is the number 1 thing, the question that I get about players all the time, and it's, can a player change? The answer is anybody can change, of course. People change all the time because different events happen in our lives, and sometimes they force us to change. They give us no choice. I mean, a friend of mine used to sell dope for since middle school. Yes, since middle school. This dude was selling dope since middle school, and now he's a preacher. And he's really about that preacher. I be talking to him like, really, dude? This is what you did with your life? That's crazy. But his life did that. He got in some trouble. He went through some things in life. Some of his family members died, got killed and stuff like that. So he had to change his life. I mean, that's his story. That's the story that he tells and talks to people about. And I remember some people was like, man, was he really like that? I was like, man, dude, he was really like that. He was somebody that you would not want to run into in a dark alley now with this big smile on his face. That's not the dude you want to deal with. But life changes people and things that people go through. So a player can change, but I wouldn't expect him to change for you. That's the big thing. Don't expect that person to change for you, because that's not how it goes. Usually they go through some things, they lose some things along the way, and they change. But don't just expect them to up and just, you know, change their whole life for you. That's not really how it works. So, yes, they can change, but that doesn't mean that that's going to be your reality with that person. So, hopefully I was able to help you out. Make sure you go to the ChazzEllisProject.com if you want to get that consultation, that quick question, or you just want to make a donation. Also, go to AskChazzEllis on Facebook. Make sure you check that out. Be a part of some of the discussions that we're having. Make sure you check out the Chazz Asks, all that stuff. Check it out. Make sure you also like and subscribe and share this video with a friend. Peace.